Okay, I'm so sorry about that, guys. I totally forgot that Instagram is just a little bit different from in the sense that it cuts you off after an hour. So I was not aware of that. All right, so now we're just waiting for Sash to come back on. I am so sorry. I totally forgot that there's an hour limit, so I definitely should have structured this out just a little bit better. But we're actually almost done. So let Sash just come right back in here and we will continue. Uh, okay. There we go. Let's see if she joins. She should be. So yeah, we were just talking about the differences between clarifying versus cleansing. The first part is now available on my IG stories for you guys. So if you missed anything, please know that it's staying on my IG stories. It's going to be there for you to watch whenever you have the time to rewatch, as well as this second part. Okay. Oh, my sister's here. Hey. Okay, so here we go. Sasha's here. Let's try one more time to get her on. So yeah, this has been fun with Sash. Have you guys liked this? Oh, she's back. Yay.
I can't see me. What's going on here?
I can see you and your
You can
beautiful
see me?
curls. I
Okay,
can.
I don't need to see me. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to see that. Nobody needs to see that.
Okay, so let's get back to our main thing because I forgot Instagram does an hour at a time. I'm sorry, guys. I
Oh,
really
no,
am.
no, I could be here till Christmas because this is all really fascinating and I'm like,
It
oh,
is. Dude, I literally went through my journal articles last night. I was so excited for this live because I never get to do lives. I get kind of nervous doing them by myself because what if like nobody has questions and
I was
stuff?
nervous coming on with this. I was like,
I was so excited. I was reading through my journal articles again. It was fun. All right, so somebody did ask quickly, how do we do the aloe vera? Okay.
take it away.
So how I do the aloe vera, you can check out my YouTube channel right now. It's Red Carpet Curls on YouTube. I actually have all the links and stuff that I'll put right there for you. If I figure out how to pin this, it'd be fantastic. But if not, oh well. So that is the link, okay? Um, hold on. It's bugging me that I can't pin this. Anyway, on my YouTube channel, you'll find a video of aloe vera pre-poo, how I like to do it. So I get an aloe vera leaf plant, right? Not the plant, the leaf from the supermarket. I get it from the produce section. You'll find it for about $1 to $2 max for one leaf, okay? Then you're gonna cut home, you're gonna split it open, scoop out all the gel, put that in a bowl, okay? Or you could put it in the blender. A lot of people like to put it in a blender so that's a little more choppy, so it's easier to apply. Personally, I don't put it in a blender. I mix with my hand, with my whisk. So I put aloe vera, all of the gel, and I take a tablespoon of raw honey or manuka honey. And I mix it in because honey is a natural humectant. It's going to bring more moisture and shine into your hair. And then the amino acids from the aloe and the moisture from the aloe are going to give me all the hydration and moisture I need to lock that in. So I apply all of that. I massage it in like Sasha. It's very similar to a hot oil treatment. I'll put it in a bottle with a little applicator tip and I'll just start applying it on my scalp first. Wherever I find that it's itchy or I have scalp issues the most, that's where I start. I start really massaging it in, and then whatever's left I apply on my hair. And I put a little bit of steam or a shower cap and I let that insulate. I let it, like I say, I let it cook with the natural the natural heat that your scalp produces. As long as you put some kind of heat, some kind of cap, like a plastic bag from a shopping center or something, you put it on for 30 minutes. You let that sit. All of that amino acids and nutrients and stuff, all of that is going to work for you. You don't have to do anything other than applying it and leaving it on. Then you can go ahead after 30 minutes into your shower, you can shampoo using Aloe or clarifying shampoo, whatever you choose to use that day. But just know that aloe vera is water soluble and it will not leave that oily residue that the oil will. And it's going to give you a lot more benefit than the oil. Oil can't actually hydrate your hair. All it can do is soften it and
Yeah.
seal it. That's about it. And for some, penetrate. That's it.
So this is a good thing to touch on actually. If you are doing homemade deep conditioners and they're primarily made of oil, remember that that needs to go on wet hair at the very, very least. If you can include other things like humectants and things like that in there, but it is the water that needs to moisturize your hair, and the oil will then seal that in. So just, I get a lot of people messaging me saying, oh, I've used this homemade DC of like it was shea butter and olive oil or something like that. Yeah, but it is not that, that will not hydrate your hair, and that is part and parcel of the process. So if you are going to use something like that, it needs to go on wet hair at the very, very least, so that you've got that water, wet clarified hair preferably, so that that water can get into your hair. That's the important thing.
Somebody did say, would aloe in a bottle work? Okay, so here's the thing about aloe in a bottle. Obviously, I'm always going to say if you can find the actual leaf, that is best, because that is the purest substance. Nothing has been added to it. Most aloe vera juice or gel that you find in a bottle from your supermarket or from many other realtors, you're going to notice there's some kind of preservative in that mixture to make sure that while its shelf life is long, so that it can actually get to you when you purchase it. So I'm always going to say there's a brand called George's. It's on Amazon. It's on Vitamin Shop, stuff like that. They sell a brand, George's aloe vera juice, aloe vera gel, that is actually pure. There's no preservatives in it whatsoever. You want to try to find the purest form. So if you find something 100% aloe vera, no preservatives, get that. If it's in a bottle, get it. You found what you were looking for. If it has a lot of preservatives, put it back.
So in the UK, Shanice, so I think, yeah, someone's just said it. I think the only place that you can get aloe vera is garden centres. So you need to go and buy a plant and snap the leaves off, basically. I don't think I've ever seen here aloe vera leaves or anything like that in the supermarket. So I think it is a bit more of a specialty thing over here in the UK. But yeah, no, someone else is saying in the UK you can get aloe plants at the garden centre. Yeah, exactly. So I think that's that's probably where you're going to be looking, Shanice. What do we think of lock?
Lock method, liquid, oil, cream. Personally, for fine hair, I'm not a fan of it. Just because here's the thing that I found very early on with my hair. Liquid can be, whether it's water or some kind of spray that you're using, it's really up to you. I choose water every time because the best two hydrators for your hair is water and aloe vera juice. Aloe vera juice can actually be even better because it has more nutrients and stuff, as well as skin is up. Yeah, it's gonna upload. Oh my God, I need to chill with YouTube. I've been doing so much content lately, my Lord. So aloe vera juice is going to be absorbed by your skin up to 4 times faster than water. So those are the only two things you should be using for liquid. Now, when you put an oil on top of this, you need to understand oil and water don't mix. So it's just the oil is going to sit on top of whatever liquid you put on your hair. And if you have thicker, coarser hair, that could be fine, because your hair has more layers.
Absolutely. And I think for thicker, coarser hair, it absolutely works to soften those strands and do what needs to happen. For finer hair, that can weigh down that hair
incredibly quick. I love aloe vera. I love that kind of stuff, but I have to use it sparingly, because fine hair, you're missing an extra layer that most thick hair has, which is called the medulla. So most of people that have that little layer medulla is either gray hair or really thick, kind of coarse textured hair. They're the ones that have the extra.
Yeah, for fine hair, we've got the cortex and the cuticle, and that is it. So we're missing. That is why fine hair is so easily breakable, so fragile, and generally weighed down so quickly, and why actually we need quite a lot of protein to help keep the shape of our hair and less moisture. So that is a big one by there.
So for liquid oil cream, some kind of thing like that, I prefer to do liquid cream than oil because the oil is working to seal. What for me, especially with fine hair, what is the purpose of putting a cream on top of a sealant? You're just weighing the hair. Listen, I've asked so many people because there's a lot of people, okay, that swear by this method and it
Yeah,
works for them. So
yeah.
I never judge. I ask you just explain to me, how does this work for you? How, just show me what you do
At
and
the end
stuff,
of
you
the
know?
day, it comes back to different things working for different people. And there is
Exactly.
absolutely nothing wrong with any of the ingredients that we're talking about. There is nothing wrong with oils. It's just that for certain hair types, you might not need it. If you've got coarser hair or even high porosity hair, actually, oils can be helpful for high porosity hair for sure. You know,
Absolutely.
sealing those cuticles is a big thing for high porosity hair. But for me, for example, fine, low density, low porosity hair, I just don't need. I don't need it. I don't need it. That's the thing. Do you need that as a supplement to your hair diet? Is that something that needs to be? Yeah. So Debka. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Coarse, high porosity hair. Yeah, lock and log might be perfect for you in that case because coarse, high porosity hair, that oil will work to seal that cuticle. It'll soften your hair if you're using the right oil,
Yep.
and you know it could work perfectly. But for myself and Adrienne, like it's
Not
not
for us.
necessary. We just don't
Yeah.
need
I mean,
it.
our hair, for example, we have different porosities, but the actual structure of it being so fine is a
Yeah.
big indicator of why it doesn't work for us. If you have thicker, coarser hairs, like I said, there's different hair products, different techniques, different companies for a reason. If you go to anyone that says this will work for absolutely everyone, I don't care what the hair is, that's someone who did not take the time to really think about hair structure and science and all of these things
It
because it
does
doesn't work like
not.
that.
No. It like not everything can work for everyone.
No.
And this is something to bear in mind when you approach, if you approach someone for help, because you know, myself and Adrienne, we both get DMs asking for help with
Oh yeah.
hair. When you approach that person, remember that actually your hair is potentially quite different to theirs. And yes, myself and we both like study a lot about hair, and you know, science is a passion of mine. I know it's a passion of yours, and it's so interesting to find out the science behind everything. But actually, if you're asking for our personal experience, I will not be able to tell you about what works best for coarse hair. I don't have coarse hair.
No. I can only give you what I've read
Yeah,
works
exactly.
scientifically and what has been proven by other people within groups and stuff that have come to me for help and shown me this is what has worked.
Yeah. So Debka, I can see. Sorry, I've looked at the message and now I've said all of that. Would love to know what brands work for coarse, high porosity hair. So actually, I'm going to direct you on to someone else. I'm going to suggest that you go and have a look at Curly Green Eyes Davida, who has coarser, medium to coarse, I believe. She'll correct me if I'm wrong, and high porosity hair because she's previously bleached it. So I'd suggest going and having a look at her, because actually I don't know, in all honesty. I can give you stuff that I've read about, but I don't have coarse hair. It's a
And
tricky
it's
one,
like
isn't
that.
it?
Yeah, it's like I said, I can give you information like scientifically that is proven that this is how it
Yeah,
behaves and it should work for
absolutely.
you. But
But in practice, everyone's hair
yeah, but
works.
at the end of the day, it's all trial and error. We
Yeah,
can only we can say here's the products, but if you don't play around with the product to figure out how it best works for you, there's not really much we can do for you.
absolutely. Um, what should we come back? Let's come back to clarifying versus cleansing.
Yeah, okay. So we were on cationic surfactants and how
Yeah,
cationic surfactants are the main surfactants available in gentle cleansing shampoos. So gentle cleansing shampoos are broken down into a few specific categories, okay? So gentle cleansing can be something as simple as a low poo, which is a gentle cleansing shampoo that contains cationic surfactants, so gentle cleansing surfactants, and they impart moisture. But most specifically, what makes the low poo a low poo is that it foams up as you wash. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to be real. Sasha and I talked about it yesterday. We had a good laugh about it because we kind of fell into the same thing too. Before we started our methods, our natural way of taking care of our hair, we used a lot of sulfates because sulfates were the most popular clarifier out there, right? The most popular surfactant. And the reason it's the most surfactant is because it's the cheapest to manufacture and it increases the profits of the company. So it works to an extent and it's cheaper for them and increases profits. It's not for your health. Okay, so that's one thing you really need to pay attention to. It's always for their benefit. Now, when you come to something like a low poo, we often think, oh, well, you know, the foam, all the bubbles that are coming around, that's what's making my hair clean. Hello, so I need more bubbles for this to feel clean. Duh. And it's like, well, no, duh, wrong on us. We were very wrong about this. So I actually read in a journal article that the bubbles, the suds that we have gotten used to, have no job in the cleansing phase. It does not clean.
Yes,
All it does,
we
yeah, all it does is spread it around.
Yep.
All it does is spread the bubbles around, spread the formula around, so that you massaging it into your hair is actually what is removing any buildup and stuff like that, any dirt or anything.
You have to scrub.
You have to, and please, okay, about scrubbing, please don't use your fingernails. Don't ever use your fingernails when you are massaging your scalp, when you are cleaning your scalp. Your nails are going to cause something called micro tears in your scalp. And this is how it can get infected. This is how you can get stuff, especially if you have psoriasis or any other scalp issue and you're causing tears in that already, you know, begging skin for TLC. It's not right. You're just going to make more problems. You have to use the beds of your fingertips. You should not be using anything more than this or anything more than a scalp scrubber if you feel like your fingertips.
Since sliced bread. They are all of like £4 off Amazon. If you have not got one, go and get one. I'm not affiliated with scalp scrubbers or anything like that, but they will change. And I mean, who wants to stand there for 5 minutes doing this on your scalp?
Seriously, who got that time?
The thing is that if you get tired, get a scalp scrubber.
With a scalp scrubber, a scalp scrubber is supposed to be an extra set of hands for you. It's supposed to be that luxurious experience. So the scalp brush is actually going to exfoliate your scalp. It's going to remove any dead skin cells. It's going to remove product buildup as well as any flaking from like dry scalp.
Exactly, spot on. So someone's, what's a good dandruff shampoo? So for me, I get quite a dry. I've got very dry skin actually, so I get quite a lot of dandruff, itchy scalp, dry scalp, and it's not because I mistreat my scalp. It's just because I have naturally dry skin. It's one of those things. So things that I have found work beautifully for me, as I am dry and itchy scalp. That is brilliant for dandruff because it's got things like peppermint. What else is it? Mentholy type things in. And the other one I really like is the Umberto Giannini Scalp Rescue, I think it's called. They've got like an exfoliating scrub and then a shampoo and conditioner, and they smell like pineapple. They're so good. It's like you're going to, it's like a party on your head. It's so good. I love them. I've been using them for the last like month, and I'm just like, oh, they feel so good on my head, like a little pie.
For me, I'm similar. Here in the States, it's a little bit different. I am a very big fan of Anasi Naturals products. They have a gentle cleansing shampoo, and it's the same thing. It contains lavender essential oil, peppermint essential oil, stuff like that, so it gives that really deep clean, and it foams a lot, so it definitely makes you feel like you're getting cleaner than you are. Besides that, I like to, you're going to notice in a lot of my product choices and recommendations, I tend to just support smaller Black-owned brands. That's been my jam since the very beginning. That's who I feel deserves my money. And I feel like in smaller batches, the quality goes up. You're not so focused on so many people and, delivery and stuff. So the smaller companies definitely give you a lot more bang for your buck, a lot more, how do you say, I feel that loyalty. I feel like, wow, my purchase actually mattered. I got a handwritten note. I got products that last me, I can't even tell you how long and don't give me the same issues. So that's what I tend to support. So Anasi Naturals, Tailored Beauty is phenomenal. They just came out with a shampoo bar. Oh,
Oh,
listen.
really?
Oh my God.
Tailored Beauty. I'm not sure whether I've not come across it. There's a couple of outlets over here. Naturalistic Products and House of Curls are the two main suppliers that
I've heard of
do
those.
more American sort of brands over here. Your Eco Slays, your Jessie Curls, your Inasi Naturals. Tailored, I've never ever seen Tailored Beauty on this. That's one for me to
Tailored
look
Beauty is so small. Most of the companies I work with, they're so small they haven't made it out yet. And that's why I
at.
take them on because I'm like, we need to get the word out on you. You got bomb products,
Again,
you know?
UK. Get over here for me.
Well, the Nazi Naturals brand, they actually deliver to the UK. It's
Oh, I
international
know.
shipping.
I've got a load of this. I love the
They
enough.
are amazing. Oh
Oh
my
my god,
God, they're freaking amazing.
custard is just divine. Oh my gosh, the custard. Seriously, put it on my head, and I will have. You're right.
My bad. I'm just looking for because I saw a question and I'm trying to give her a specific response to it.
Okay, got you, got you, got you.
I'm so sorry. Ha! Found it. Okay, so the question was, can you give an example of a cationic surfactant? That's why I was
Oh yeah,
looking.
bring him
Like,
back
hold
to
on,
clarify.
hold on. I know. The anionic ones I got them memorized, but the cationic I had to look. So for example, this is my low poo, right? The Elaine Beauty High Porosity Shampoo. Within the first ingredient, liquid black soap. Liquid black soap is supposed to clarify, okay? It's supposed
Okay.
to. But in this formula, since there's butters and oils, it doesn't clarify. It just gives you a nice, shallow, deep clean. Whenever I shampoo with this and all the foam starts to work and everything, that's how I know, okay, this is a cationic surfactant because I
Yeah.
didn't get that dry hair feeling like I normally do with anionic surfactants.
So this is, I suppose, this is worth touching on as well. If you've got a shampoo with an anionic surfactant, so you've got something like sodium taurol,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
ICV8 or something along those lines, definite anionic surfactant. But it is the only one present in the top 5, and then the rest is very moisturizing, fatty alcohols, cationic surfactants. That I'm assuming would still be your low poo level because of the balance and the fact that it doesn't end up drying your hair as you go through. So I think this is where a lot of the confusion comes in because low poo can cover an awful lot.
Oh yeah.
And it's actually low poo essentially refers to sulfate-free shampoos, but the more clarifying end is where you will have you'll have your stronger anionic surfactants or a combination of quite a few anionic
Yes.
surfactants to kind
Because
of come together. Yeah.
when you do mix several cationic surfactants, they do then working together within the formulation have the power to
Yeah.
actually
Yeah,
clarify.
absolutely.
It just depends on the formulation.
So it is, yeah, exactly. That's the problem about this clarifying cleansing thing. You need to kind of know how the formulation works to really know how clarifying something is going to be, isn't it? This is why cocoa betaine, isn't that coconut based? Am I lying?
Most of the cationic surfactants, the general one, are coconut based.
Yeah.
But they also,
Coconut.
one thing I do want to say though, because a lot of people try to avoid coconut completely. When you get surfactants from coconut, they do go through a process that separates. So most of the time, whatever issues you have with coconut oil, you're not going to get from the actual surfactant because they had to go through some kind of chemical process to change its molecular structure to become a surfactant.
Yeah. And coconut oil, a lot of the issues that come with that is because it's a penetrating oil and it
Yes,
sits underneath your cuticles and can lead. This is why it's a protein mimicker, because
yes,
it's really difficult to cleanse off, especially if you've got that buildup of it. So people with a coconut sensitivity, often it's the coconut oil that's the real issue because it's underneath your cuticle and stopping moisture getting in, and
exactly.
therefore that's when you get your protein overloady type symptoms rather than being everything. Oh God, what have I pressed here?
And it's why clarifying is so much more important in this case, especially like I said, the hair structure is very complicated. There are many layers. So if you have a penetrating oil like coconut, which is taking its time to diffuse, swim into the actual hair structure, you need to understand there's multiple layers of oil now. Like even if it's just a few little droplets here and there, it's sealing. So what happens if 2, 3 days go by and you continue to put coconut oil, and there's no hydration getting in, you're
Yeah,
just feeling in dry
yeah.
curls.
Because protein overload at the end of the day, it yes, it can be having too much protein in your hair, but those symptoms are exactly the same as lack of hydration.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Absolutely.
protein overload is basically you haven't got enough water in your hair. Those symptoms are that. Mustard oil. Don't know.
Oh, I have not come across mustard oil yet, so I can't
Nope.
really. Wow, that's a doozy.
I use it in
I,
cooking.
I haven't even used it in cooking. I'm not that well versed in cooking just yet, so I don't even know. My,
Sorry.
um, I would have to Google that. To be honest with you, I would have to check the penetrating ability because I would, since I haven't seen it before, I would assume that it's sealing because it would have been mentioned in the articles that I've seen, and I haven't seen that one. So I would assume until I can confirm for you. Somebody said, I'm sorry, you were saying a good dandruff shampoo. For me, Anasi Naturals, um, Tailored Beauty also has a fantastic moisturizing shampoo. Voracious Curls actually has a no poo. It doesn't set up, but it's
Uh,
very moisturizing. Very,
and
very moisturizing.
for everyone wondering, no poos are no lather.
Yes.
That's
No
the
soap
thing
at all,
different.
like in the terms of
Yeah.
no bubbles.
Yeah.
So no suds.
So it may still have cationic surfactants and bits and pieces like that in it. It just doesn't lather. That's the
Exactly.
difference. And then
It's
your
perfect
co-wash.
for like type 4
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah. And your co-wash is the next one along, where essentially co-washing is originally, I'm sorry, that's my dog sneezing. Co-wash is it was originally washing your hair with conditioner. Now, when you co-wash, like I said earlier, you have to scrub. There's our Anasi. We love that. But co-wash will, again, it'll be another step along. It'll have more moisturizing ingredients, and oh, hello pudding, more moisturizing ingredients and less cleansers. It's another step down essentially. So you your co-washes, your no poos, your low poos, your clarifying, your chelating, and that's sort of the order that it will go in.
Exactly. One thing I do want to mention though, I'm just gonna be real with you. If you go to a hairstylist and say, I want a low poo, I want a no poo, they're gonna be like, what did you just say to me? What kind of curse did you tell me? What? And it's like, no, no, no. So the only thing is, we describe within the curly community low poo, no poo. This is not actual structuredized sections as told by hairstylists and stuff. We just say that within social media to give a
Yep.
better indication of what the products were like for
Yeah,
us.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Completely agree with that one.
The voracious curls, though, I did want to say the first ingredient of any product should be water or aloe vera. because that's how you know it's going to hydrate your hair. That's how you know it's good for you. The next ingredient right after that are just peppermint leaf extract, horsetail leaf extract, nettle extract. They're just oils. That is why it is so flippin' moisturizing.
Yeah, it
Oh,
needs water being, so the way that, oh, there it is.
I
The
forgot I
way
pulled it out.
the way that your ingredient label works is that the first ingredient will make up what, 60 to 80% of that product. Then the next 5 ingredients will be the most concentrated after
Yeah.
that. And then
Hmm.
after those 5 ingredients, everything then gets smaller. And there is a point where on your ingredient list where there will be less than 1% of something within that. What
Exactly.
is low poo meaning actually? Low poo is a lathering shampoo that is not as cleansing as clarifying, basically. But then clarifying low poo both cover sulfate-free shampoos, so it's kind of an interchange, almost like interchangeable
I
term.
always say just to make it a bit more like covering. I always
Yeah,
describe a low poo as a sulfate-free shampoo that suds up because we do have
yeah,
sulfate-free shampoos that don't sud up. So a
shut up.
low
Yeah.
poo is they call it low shampoo. So it's low suds. It suds up a
And then
little bit.
yeah, and then your no shampoo is your shampoo that doesn't set up, so that's non-lathering. So think your Bouclem Green Cleanser. Yeah, the Bouclem Green Cleanser is a non-lathering low poo, no poo. Oh, Bouclem Green Cleanser is your non-lathering no poo. Bouclem Blue Cleanser is your lathering low poo. So there's your sort of difference. Both.
Somebody said the Giovanni brand. I do want to make one note about the Giovanni brand. I love Giovanni. I do. There is one shampoo though that is considered a low poo. I believe it's the Tea Tree Triple Treat Set or something like that shampoo. I actually did a full article about it because I didn't notice that the first 3 or 4 ingredients were surfactants. That is
Yeah,
why it was so stripping. And remember what we said, if you have
very clarifying.
multiple cationic surfactants together, they're gonna
Yeah,
work as an anionic
yeah,
surfactant. So even though it's classified as a low poo, it
it's
might have
clarifying.
the power to clarify your hair.
This is why the Giovanni tea tree is often recommended as a clarifying shampoo.
Absolutely. Because it has so many different things working together
Yeah.
to clarify.
House
Um,
as silk, I haven't used much of the Giovanni range, to be honest, so I'll
I
hand that
haven't
one over to
either.
you.
The tea tree
No.
was the extent of what I tried thus far.
Yeah.
For Christmas, I am buying myself more products because your girl got out of debt. So
It's a party.
I got let me tell you, I got my business license and paid off my credit cards all in the last few months.
You are ruling the world.
So now I'm buying me some hair products. It's gonna be awesome.
Um,
Let's
so Giovanni, I mean, I haven't tried much Giovanni because I found the gel massively. I don't know what it was about the Giovanni LA Hold, but my hair did not agree with it. It massively flash dried my hair, and my hair just went. Yeah, it was weird. Because I thought it might be the aloe base because there's a lot of aloe in it, but then things like the Aussie Freeze gel, my hair absolutely loves, and that's very aloe based. So I don't know. My hair just didn't like it, so I haven't used much of the Giovanni range, but I do need to
it's
go back and have a look.
so it's so funny you said that because I haven't gotten to that gel yet. It's in my Amazon cart as we speak, so I'm kind of rethinking it. But it made me think of the Eco Slay gel, the orange marmalade,
Oh, okay.
the pearl defining cream, and then their Jello shot. It's so funny. I tried out their products and pictures. I got some of my best picture hair day wise, and it would have been phenomenal, except I felt the same way every time I did like this to my hair or something. It felt incredibly flash dried, and I
Oh,
was
that's
thinking maybe the aloe, but I use so much aloe and so many other products that it's never an issue. So
Do
it's like
you
I
think it could
wonder.
be because the Giovanni and the Eco Slay have both got things like flax seeds and soy in, which will translate a little bit of protein but it will be a whole protein rather than hydrolyzed. So do you think that it could be, in fact, that sort of whole protein just sitting on the top of your hair?
It
Or my
might. It's like I said, EcoSlay is the only brand that genuinely ever confused me. Because when I looked at these ingredients, I was like, oh, my hair loves all of them. But it really is the formulation, the way you
yeah,
bring them
bring it all
together, that defines if it's going to work for you or not. And EcoSlay, unfortunately, those gels, they didn't work for me in a way that I liked. Like, I got great
Uh,
looking curls, but not
yeah,
how I like.
this is interesting. Debka's saying she's got similar issues with Uncle Funky's daughter, the Curly Magic, and Joe, who lives about an hour away from me. Um, the Giovanni made her hair feel really dry as well. Yeah, it's a funny one because some people absolutely swear by them. Like, I mean, I've tried the orange marmalade, and I layer it because I need a little bit more hold, and for my hair it
Yeah.
doesn't. Yeah. But I didn't have any issues with it. But the Giovanni, oh, there we are, another one. Yes, I tried the Giovanni weightless leave-in, and it flash dries some of my hair. It's really interesting. There must be some formulation.
I'm
Yeah,
intrigued. Like, I want to know now what is
yeah,
causing
nothing
that.
against Giovanni at all. Like, some people, just to clarify, some people, some people absolutely swear. Some people.
I'm sorry, you can't do stuff like that and think I'm on couch to just move on.
I didn't even realise I'd done it until it came out of my mouth, and then I was like, I honestly, you know, like, this is why it's so important to try things out for your hair, because I'm saying the Giovanni doesn't work for me. You're saying the orange marmalade doesn't work for you, but for other people, they are absolutely brilliant. It's why I won't do bad reviews on my page, because I don't want to put people off. If,
And
like,
there's no reason to do that. I've seen some that is like, this is complete trash, and it's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
it's not
There's
though. It's
something
just
called
that
being professional, you
yeah,
know, because there's people. And this is why I support small brands. This is someone's dream. Someone
yeah,
dreams for years to create
yeah,
these products. And they had, out of the niceness of their heart, to send you free products to
yeah.
try out and help them. The least you can do is be professional. I'm about to say, listen, I try a lot of hair brands, and there's certain things that I do look for, and unfortunately it didn't really fit that for me. But some good things from this
Exactly.
line are this.
Exactly. And it's worth remembering as well that different products work in different ways. I remember when I tried the the Afro She line. Now, Ruth, her hair is stunning, and those products work so well for her. But it took me a while to work out how to get them to work for my hair, because they're super moisturizing. And actually, once I got there, once I figured out how they worked, I got lovely curls. But it took me a while. It took me a month, in fact, of toing and froing with her, just being like, okay, right, what else can I try? And knowing how to use them from then on, I've been absolutely fine. But it's really, really tricky. You have to spend a bit of time with the products, and you have to give it 3, 4, 5 washes minimum, because you have to try it in different ways, try it in different styling methods, in combination with different tray looks. I've only tried the gel, and I didn't like it the first time I've tried it, and I've reintroduced it recently and really enjoyed it. So it shows how hair changes as well, really.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Flora Curl. I love Flora Curl. Flora Curl is a line of my favorites. They're super moisturizing, but they've got just the right amount of everything for me, I think. I don't know. I've had some of my best curl days with Flora Curl. I really, really adore them. I'm sorry. I'm reading the questions as we go, and I'm just like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
But I think for the most part we cover clarifying, and because clarifying, we understand, takes away everything. Chelating is the top dog. It's gonna remove everything. It's who you call when you really need to empty out the building. You know, clarifying is gonna come right under that as your second in command. It's like your VP. And then right under that, your third, I would call Secretary of State or something. I'm gonna call that like your Lopu. Oh, you good there, bro?
Excuse you.
Someone's not happy. He's like, listen, I don't care about your hair stuff. Focus on me. My dog went to sleep.
They're in the back like, hello, hello,
They're
hello.
like, you've been with us for 8 months. What are you doing for 2 hours? Like, stop. No, so yeah, your after your VP, your Secretary of State is going to be the low poo. That's going to cleanse shallowly. It's going to give you a nice soft kind of clean. You can use this weekly, up to 2 times a week. 3 if it's really, you know, like you're transitioning. I would always say though, no more than 1 to 2 to try to keep that because you know you can wet your hair other days without having to wash your hair. Just try
Yeah,
to limit actual wash days to 1 to 2 days a week. That's going to cut down on frizz and issues as well. After the low poo, you have the no poo, which is basically a shampoo that has no ability to foam up. It's going to be
yeah,
the same shallow cleansing, but it's going to be more moisture. So if you have buildup, don't go for a no poo. No poo is more for like if it's day 3 after I've styled and I haven't done a single dang thing because I've been watching Girlfriends nonstop on Netflix instead of doing my hair. um, that's when I would go for something like no poo or a co-wash, something to deposit the moisture that I'm currently missing.
yeah,
And
yeah,
the final on the totem pole, the very, very bottom, which I don't know why it's the bottom because it comes in handy if you know how to use it, is co-washing.
yeah,
Co-washing is the original no poo method. It's why
yeah.
they say we replace shampoos because the whole theory is that they're relying on the cationic surfactants. They're relying on the gentle cleansing surfactants to remove
Very,
the top
very
layer of your buildup to kind of give the illusion that, oh, look, my hair's completely clean, even though it's not.
Actually, what you'll often find with co-washes is you might find those cationic surfactants further down the list, so they're not necessarily so high up. So with a no-poo, you might find top 5 cationic surfactants, but you might find that with a co-wash. I'm sorry, I'm so self-deprecating.
I
I'm
have
just
water in my mouth. I almost spit it out. I was like, oh no. Oh my God, that would have been horrible. Oh my
So you
Jesus.
might find that with a co-wash, those cationic surfactants are actually lower down the list rather than those top 5s, just because they're just to make them more gentle. Essentially, less concentration equals more gentle. But everyone's laughing. Oh dear, I'm
It wouldn't
sorry.
have been funny if I would have spit on my bed, ladies and gents, okay? Because I'm right in front of
Well,
my bed.
it wouldn't have been funny for you. It would be funny for everyone else.
I would have had to change all my bed sheets and everything. I'm not in the mood. I'm trying to lay down after this.
Oh dear me. Honestly. Yeah. So the I've got a dog distraction by
At least your dog loves you. My dog went to the other side of the bed and went to sleep on my satin pillowcase. That shows you how respectful he is of my stuff. God.
Oh, these animals. What would we do without them? We need a nap. I'm going straight into teaching after this. That is a point. I'm teaching at 4, so I've got a that's I'm teaching in 13 minutes.
Oh dear, we should wrap this up. I wish I could nap.
Up in 5 minutes. We've still got time.
I wish I could nap. I'm not a napping person. I have like severe anxiety, so most of the time I'm all wired up all the time. So I just spend all my time. I told you, I'm almost done with Girlfriends. There's 8 whole seasons. 8 seasons, and I've only done this 2 weeks.
I've never
So
watched Girl. Never watched that.
try, girl.
Yeah.
It's a good show. You should totally try. It's funny as hell. Like,
I can see your enthusiasm for it. I may
I
take a look.
love it.
Hey Sarah, how are you doing?
Oh goodness. But yeah, so after this, I'm literally just gonna go to recording my podcast. I was
No.
supposed to drop a new episode today, but since we've had all this fun stuff happening, I'm dropping a new episode next Tuesday, which is gonna
Yeah.
be the aftermath of this, which is conditioning, all the science of conditioning. So it worked out perfectly.
I love that. I think your podcast is great. I think everyone needs to tune in to
Oh,
no kisses.
oh, you're so
I,
cute.
seriously, I know we're chatting girls, but how sad does this dog look? I mean, I
But he
promise
looks
that
adorable.
she is treated very nicely, but she is the
Look
saddest
at
looking
her
dog
eyes.
I've ever seen. I know, she's like, moo, moo, moo. I know, baby, we're talking
He's
about
like,
you.
love. For people asking about my podcast, the pinned comment on here with all my links, the last link is the podcast link. So the last episode was clarifying versus cleansing, where I do get into like specific quotes from articles and stuff if you missed anything on here. But you can look for my podcast, Red Carpet Curls, anywhere that you get your podcast. So I'm on Buzzsprout, Spotify, anything like that. Just type in Red Carpet Curls podcast.
And actually, this is a good wrap up note. Can you do more of these on different topics? So, yes, we are absolutely. This is part of a little series because we both love science and curls and put them together, and we kind of geek out massively. So, what did we say the next one was? I think we were going to do them fortnightly, from what I remember.
Yeah. Yes, it's gonna be
So
fortnightly, like you said.
fortnightly. Let me just find what we said it was. There's a whole list somewhere in the friend gifts.
Mhm. I'm telling you, we spend all day talking to each other, sending gifs and voice notes back and forth. So my bad. We love each other. We go back and forth a lot.
There is
Um,
literally paragraphs upon. Here we go. So we said cleansing. Porosity is the next one. Porosity. We can talk about that. I don't know, Sarah. I don't know what I'm on about most of the time, so bear with me. Oh, fortnightly, every 2 weeks. Is that what we said? That is what we said.
yeah,
A
so
fortnight
twice a
in
month.
the UK. In the UK, a fortnight is not a video game. Well, it is, but it's also a 2 week interval. You got
Mhm.
weekly and then fortnightly. There we are. There we are. Yay, porosity.
Yeah, we're gonna do it every 2 weeks just because, like I said, I'm a one-woman brand. I'm making YouTube videos. I'm doing lives in my group. I'm doing, podcasts. Sash has an actual job on top of this and a family and everything. So yeah.
I work a 45-hour week in the performing arts on top of doing like my page.
Oh my, that is a lot.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I
Uh-huh.
have fun signing people up to direct debit.
Oh my God. You did, and I'm mad that it took that face to remind me of something that I did want to tell people. Um, so yeah, I go live on my Facebook group, Red Carpet Curls. I do that every 2 weeks or so. So the thing that I'm actually looking for, and it'd be great if you guys could DM me if you're interested in, I am starting a one-on-one consulting service in January where I walk you through your hair care journey. Like I literally hold your hand, girl. I come up with a file. I take your before pictures and put them in the file, and we go through every step together, including breaking down of your ingredients. So I'm looking for about 3 or 5 people to test this out for free. I'm not going to charge you for the consulting service like I will in January, but I'm just looking for about 3 or 5 people that would be interested for the next 3 months in documenting their journey with me. And then hopefully by the end doing, a quick, how I helped you and stuff like that, just so that I can get the service going. I just really want to see what are everyone's pain points. What are you currently struggling with? What are you struggling to understand at the moment that I can help you with? I want to get one-on-one individualized. So please, anybody, DM me after this if you would be interested. I would definitely take up to 5 to 10 people max if there's more people interested. So yeah, use me. I'm
Well,
free.
you cannot go wrong with that. Curl consultation for a review. That's pretty good. Yeah, like I charge for curl. Yeah, good, good. Sign up because she's brilliant. As you can see, I love her. Hi,
I
baby.
love you.
Right, I do have to go, otherwise my student is going to be outside my garden gate going, why?
We're
Oh,
all going.
Debka asked, I teach singing and I run a theatre school. So that's what I do.
You could teach me how to sing. I've always wanted to say I can't sing for nothing.
That on top of our messages?
But go pay attention to your student.
Oh dear me. Yeah.
But thank you everyone for joining on today, and we will have the post for the next Porosity talk in 2 weeks. Okay, and the IG lives are available on my page right now, so you can always refer back to them.
Yeah, I'll share them to my stories so that you can. But go and give her a follow if you don't already as well, because I kind of love it.
That'd be awesome.
Do it.
Thank you.
Do it. Anyway, right. Love you. And I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Hope that was useful. And we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.